Why is the Bermuda Triangle considered to be so dangerous? The story of what we call the Bermuda Triangle actually began 56 years ago in 1964. The name was first used by American author Vincent Gaddis in Argosy magazine to describe an area the shape of a triangle in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida. There are also references to Devil's Triangle. Throughout the decades, it's been discussed in thousands of popular movies, books, and documentaries. But why all this attention? It has old unexplained mysteries. The hype about the Bermuda Triangle can be tracked back to a series of unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft. In 1945, 5 U.S. Navy planes and 14 men disappeared in the area while doing routine training exercises. The flight's leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, was heard over the radio saying, "We are entering white water. Nothing seems right. We don't know where we are. The water is green and not white." The U.S. Navy investigated and ultimately reported the incident as cause unknown. From the time of this incident until the mid-1980s, 25 small planes disappeared while passing through the Bermuda Triangle. They were never seen again, and no wreckage was ever recovered. These stories captivate the public. Some people gave extraordinary explanations, claiming there was something paranormal or supernatural going on. It was even suggested aliens or a mythological underwater lost city of Atlantis had something to do with the tragic events. The fact that some official accounts of the incidents described them as cause unknown had added to the intrigue. In light of the above, we should ask ourselves, if we don't know what caused something, or if something appears entirely mysterious, should we look for the answer in the paranormal, such as ghosts or spirits, or supernatural, such as magic or miracles? Some people do. They find such explanations exciting, and this is what happens for decades within the incidents in the Bermuda Triangle. But when we take the time to learn more about these events and not jump to conclusions, they start to look much more ordinary. Take the disappearance of Charles Taylor and the 5 planes which the U.S. Navy investigated. The investigation found that as it got dark outside and the weather changed, Taylor had navigated the planes to the wrong location. Taylor also had a history of getting lost while he was flying. He had twice needed to be rescued in the Pacific Ocean. The Navy itself had a good idea of what had happened ahead of the disappearance, but the incident was ultimately described as cause unknown. But because Taylor's mother, not wanting to blame her son for the disappearance, maintained if the Navy could not find the aircraft, they could not say for sure what had happened. Not wanting to blame Taylor for the tragedy, the Navy agreed, and most of the pilots involved in the incident were trainees. This means they were not properly taught how to use all the aircraft instruments when flying at night or even in bad weather. What's more, the aircraft they had been flying were known to sink in as little as 45 seconds if they landed in the water, and once aircraft sank in the vast ocean, although it is extremely rare these days, they are often never found again. This is true even now, despite big improvements in aircraft technology and search and rescue methods. For instance, only a small amount of debris from the missing Malaysia Airlines MH370 flight, which disappeared in 2014, has been found. And moving on from the old tales, today large passenger planes often fly through the Bermuda Triangle and none disappear. You can even track flights in the area live online. In fact, from the mid-1940s to the mid-1980s, more small planes have crashed over the U.S. mainland than in Bermuda Triangle, but because they crashed on land where the wreckage was found, they were not considered mysterious. It has also been shown that the number of ships and aircraft reported missing in the Bermuda Triangle is not much larger, proportionally speaking, than in any other part of the ocean. Sometimes when an event is hard to explain, it's tempting to say it was caused by the paranormal or supernatural. But if 1,000 aircraft fly through the Bermuda Triangle and we can explain what happened to 990 of them, should we say that the other 10 were supernatural cases? Well, of course not. We can say we don't know what happened for sure, and we should try to learn more. Usually when we learn more, the mystery disappears. This by Shane Shatterley, PhD candidate at Griffith University of the UK, on The Conversation. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.